Hey guys, welcome back to the Hardcore Fishing Career Mode series. Today we aren't fishing, but we're going to be building a plane. It is worth mentioning, obviously this is a Fishing Career Mode series because fishing came out and I do want to do fishing. However, there are a lot of things that we do need to do other than fishing because it's still, at the end of the day, a career mode series. So we still need to actually be able to get research points and we need to rescue people because that's kind of how this game works. Anyway, this is our plane that we ended up building last time. I did ask you guys to comment saying what we should change or whatever, but unfortunately I'm recording this video straight after that one, so unfortunately I don't know what you've said. Anyway, today we're going to add some wings to this, probably some horizontal stabilizers, and we're going to go ahead and try and make it float. In the video after that, we're probably going to go ahead and try and make the engine work and see if it'll actually take off. But yeah, let's go ahead and get working on wings and more wings and floaties. Let's go. Okay, so I am actually in sort of two minds about floats, and it's really annoying me, the fact that that is the case. Essentially, I don't know whether I should go for some detached floats or whether we should go for some attached floats. Like, so we could have like little pontoons jutting off the side and going back in, or we could obviously go for big pontoons underneath. If we go for big pontoons, I feel like they're going to look very strange, but maybe it'll work? Let's just try it. Okay, so we're going to go for just in front of the door on the front. We're going to delete that guy, and we're going to shove this guy onto there. I'm going to do that sort of twice, I guess, and that should look somewhat okay. From there, we are going to go down and sideways. So instead of using these, because obviously this will allow us to go sort of forwards, or whatever, we are going to be using just these, because I just want to go down and to this side, just a little bit. In fact, that might even be too tall. Or maybe not. Yeah, that's not what I mean. Not too tall, but like it doesn't go outwards enough. And this does. So we're going to go with that for now. We're then going to go for a very similar setup back here somewhere. I don't really know where though. Probably like actually really far back. So just like this. There we go. We're then going to grab these guys as well. And we're going to do this. There we go. From there, we can obviously connect these guys all together. So let's go ahead and try and do that. Here we go. And, okay, so far that looks sort of fine. I do think they are still slightly close together than they need to be. So let's go ahead and grab these and do this. Aha, there we go. So that actually extends it out by one. We'd then bring these guys sideways one, and that should be fine. Okay, so from there, we are going to go ahead and extend this guy forwards a good little bit, just like so. And it is actually going to be angled downwards once, and possibly even twice. We're going to go with that. Okay. Oh, maybe we shouldn't, actually. On the front, we're just going to go with once, and then we'll do this. Okay. From there, we're going to go to this guy and attach that onto there. From there, we're going to go with one of these again. And then I think, if I maybe move this down by like 3 or so, that should look pretty good. Why is it stopping? There we go. All right, cool. Yeah, I mean, it looks okay, but at the same time, it would probably work better if I did this. And then this. Aha, there we go. Good. Let's build this backwards to about there. And, oh, that doesn't want to be that. I'm going to use these. There we go. So, because this fills less air, that's why we're using those. Anyway, this will get to a point where it becomes one of those. Yes. And this is going to be extended even further backwards as well. So let's do this backwards to like here, I guess. Okay, I mean, those are like about the right size, I suppose. Let's extend this guy backwards to around there instead. Box it off there. Okay, fine. And then we're going to build around these to try and make it look nice. Okay, so this is where we are currently at. Let's go ahead and flip these guys around a little bit. I don't know how much buoyancy these are actually going to add, by the way. Just as a bit of a side note there. Because, honestly, they are still attached to the main body. And generally in Stormworks, if you detach these from the main body, let's say they were to be picked up or whatever, like retracted, they wouldn't create as much buoyancy. Also, that looks so dumb. That looks really dumb. They need to be lifted up and pushed out a little bit more, I think. But yeah, that's okay. So let's just attach more of these, make sure this is right, and we'll go from there. Also, I was actually in the middle of talking about something and I got distracted. But yes, as long as this is the same entity and it doesn't get retracted, it should actually create more buoyancy than one that you would retract, if that makes sense. Hopefully it does. Guys, so I built some floaties, as you guys can see, and the plane's upside down. But that's okay, because we don't have balance yet, which is fine. I am thinking we still raise these up, and maybe that'll help out a little bit. Let's go from here to the front, obviously. There we go, to the whole outside, to the backs, and to the bottoms. There we go. So cut these, there we go, move them upwards maybe by 2. There we go, so they're very close to the plane. Maybe even one more. There we go, so they're pretty much level with the plane. Now, one down, that's fine. Paste that there, merge these guys together, spawn it in again, and we should actually float relatively well, I think. Obviously, it's wanting to balance backwards quite a bit, but once we've got fuel and stuff in there, we might be able to make this work really well. It is also listing, but again, with wings, we might be good. But yeah, this definitely goes all the way upside down, so that's not amazing. Okay, so what I'm thinking is we go above the first window of the passengers, we put a wing from there. We then go backwards, not too far, but like maybe to here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we shove this guy in here like this. From there, we're obviously going to delete these guys and attach them together. There we go. And I don't think those wings are going to be big enough. I find it really difficult to actually figure out how big things should be in terms of wings and stuff like that, but maybe that looks okay. I don't know. Okay, so the one thing that I am going to do is actually go to the front of the aircraft and measure how long it is to actually get to the back. So that is 75 blocks. So essentially, on each side, we should go out at least 35. Let's go and delete these for now. And do it again. So 35. That is around there. Okay. Yeah, so that seems like a decently sized wing, I suppose. And then obviously if we go backwards from there using these guys... Oh yeah, now the wings look a bit too big. And they're going to get even bigger. So there we go. Yeah, so that's way too thick for a wing. Let's go ahead and grab this guy from here. All the way out to the other end. As long as I can get to the other end. There we go. And we cut this. Let's go forwards about 4. Maybe even one more. 5. Paste that in. Delete all of these guys going across. And merge that back together. I think that's going to work out. Yeah. Let's go and shove this guy onto here so that it fits. And do this. Bosh. Okay, right. Does that look okay? Let's go and spawn it in as those as the wings. I think that actually looks pretty sick. I might make them a little bit wider. But other than that, this is fine. Alright, so let's go and delete 1, 2, and all of this. There we go. And let's go and just shove one of these guys onto the end. Maybe even 2. Shove this guy... Oh, you know what, actually? No, we could probably fit a full one of these on there. Ah, there we go, and do this. Okay, as for the ends of the wings, that actually looks pretty good. Okay. I still feel like we've got too much weight at the back and not enough weight at the front. But maybe we could just offset that by moving these guys around. Maybe that would work out better, actually. So let's go ahead and grab this entire thing again. Which I keep doing, but you know, we need to. Go to the bottom, go to the side, and go to the top. Make sure we've grabbed everything. I could do it up there as well, but no. Let's just go ahead and cut this. Move it backwards by about 3 pieces. Paste that back on. Okay, merge this down. Spawn it in. What does that look like? Yeah, I mean, that seems a lot more stable to me. Might be a little bit too far back, but that's pretty good. Okay, so with wings, obviously it does tilt quite a bit. I didn't think it was actually going to flop all the way over. We need to add weight into the front of this, and I think it'll actually be relatively steady. I think. That's the main bit here. Let's go and delete these 2 right here, delete these 2 right here, get some weight blocks. And I think if we shove it in, there we go. Like that. We spawn it in again. Let's see what happens. So we've got our extra weight added into the front. We might still have some issues, but I think that's a lot better. I mean, it's more stable anyway, so as long as that's a thing, that's good. Oh, and by the way, we need to actually research more things. If we go to planes, yep, we need to research this. So we need another 20 research points anyway, before we can even complete this aircraft, which kind of sucks. But yeah, what do you guys think of that? I think that looks pretty good. And then obviously if we jump into the water, I might raise it up again. These seem a little bit too far away, and then if I open that, we can get inside. Not that I would want to get inside an aircraft that's tipping over. Anywho, if we cut these again, here we go, cut them all, move it up by like 2, and we'll paste it there. I think the closer it is to the actual body of the aircraft, the better it's going to be. So merge this with this, go backwards, delete those 2, spawn it in yet again, and it should be well stable now. Ah, yeah. Yeah, I think that's probably fine. With a little bit of extra like stability from things like fins and stuff like that, this is definitely going to work out, I think. I'm trying to stabilize it by just jumping on the side, but honestly it is still trying to roll over. Let's go and jump inside anyway, sit in the seat, and you know what? That doesn't look terrible. We'll keep it. As for the rear, we are also going to need some of these guys too, so let's go ahead and go from here up to there. Go ahead and copy it, flip it around and stuff. Yes, just like this. Bring it in, bring it down, and bring it forwards. And to me, that looks pretty good. There we go, paste that onto there. Go to the other side and paste it onto here as well. There we go. Merge these guys together, and these ones. I might delete these and these and replace them. Delete those as well, and these. Okay, so if I start from here and we go backwards, yeah. Oh, I accidentally deleted everything there. I think I could actually leave them like that. Instead of it being like rounded, I think being flat is probably better. Yeah, okay, are they big enough though? It doesn't seem it. Maybe if we leave it like that actually. So I've went with 1x4s instead, and that actually looks pretty good. So let's go ahead and spawn that in now that we've got those on the back and see what that looks like. Yeah, I think this is going to work out in the end. It's just balancing it might be a bit of a pain in the butt. However, let's go to rudders really quickly. These seem to be the only control surfaces I actually have. And we're going to shove those on here. So we'll go with... Oh, is it going to be able to fit 2 down here? If I do this and this, is that going to look really strange? Maybe, but if I do this... Hold on. Yeah, there we go. And we add that to the side there, and we add it to the side here. Then I suppose that's fine. There we go. Yeah, that'll be okay. Spawn this in again, see if that's made it any more stable. I think it probably has. But what we really need is these guys. And we can unlock it already, but let's just do it. Yeah, let's do it. And then we might be able to make more stable boats, more stable planes. And maybe even cars and stuff like that, because air actually affects cars quite a bit. But yeah, I think that's pretty sick. This should work. Alright, so let's say we climb on here, we then jump inside. Obviously, this isn't sealed, so there is going to be water in here. And that doesn't really add to the buoyancy, which is kind of annoying, but we can get this working. What's that back there? Oh, that's the button. So if we go to the back as well, we can access those from inside of here. I just don't know where they are. There we go. Aha. Okay. Oh, we can totally get this working. Okay, so I'm going to go back up here really quickly because I'm thinking I actually want to use this going back out that way if possible. Don't really know how I'm going to be able to do that in the respect of... If I delete this, I'm going to have to put one of these on here. Which is weird. There we go. So that's going to have to go on there like that. We're then going to have to like seal this off. Same with the back end actually too. Sort of. So this has to go on here like this. And then we seal this together. And then we should be able to get away with doing this. Going all the way out to the side. And same with this one. The only issue with doing something like this is obviously it's adding weight and not really doing anything for us. Which sucks. But yeah, if we do that. And then obviously we attach all of this the same way that it already is attached. Here we go. Do this. And we do this one. There we go. So I think thicker wings actually looks better anyway. But yeah. It's going to add loads more weight to the top that we don't really want. Alright, so I'm going to go to sleep really quickly. And then in the morning, once we wake up, we are going to try and add some control fins to it and make it float nicer. Okay, so here we go, control fin. Let's go ahead and attach like a bunch of these down on the bottom, of course. So 1, 2, 3. We'll also do one there as well, just for good measure. We'll go to the other side and do the same thing. 1, okay, and then where are they? At the front? 1, 2, 3. I think that's correct anyway. We're also going to go to the back of this and do 1, 2, 3 there. And if we do them here as well, we should be good. Wait, is that right? Did I do that right? I don't think so. I don't think so. Maybe like that. Is that better? Yeah, now they're all lined up. Okay. So I think that's going to help a little bit. Let's go and attach 2 to here as well. And 2 to there, of course. There we go. Spawn it in, see what that does. It should, when it hits the water, be a little bit more nice. Which I think it was. Yeah. Okay, that's good. We're then going to add pivots. Now, they did seem to patch this out of the game a while ago. But we're going to see what happens. So let's just go ahead and shove 2 in here, 2 in there, 2 there, 2 there. Spawn it in. So it should be a little bit more buoyant. Possibly. Perfect. That is pretty much perfect. Like, that is madness. Obviously, some water is going to go over there, but not as much as before. And it is sitting pretty much perfectly in the water as well. I am extremely happy about that. Yes. Alright, well, for now, I'm going to end this here. In the next one, we're going to get the engine working. We'll add the control surfaces. We'll add some lights and stuff like that. And we'll get this thing flying. Yeah. Alright, nice. Anyway, thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.